Jungle fever is almost upon us, but which famous faces will be swapping the life of luxury for a menu of crispy critters and bush tucker trials before eventually screaming, "I'm a celebrity, get me out of here"? Please take Piers.
3,000 of us have gathered here in the in this part of the studio. We've got a veritable galaxy of former winners and somebody who was ever even in it. I'm not quite sure how you got the Willy Wonka golden ticket. So we got Stacey Solomon, of course, Queen of the Jungle, Vicky Pattison, Jungle King Joe Swash, and comedian Chris Ramsey from the newly named spin-off show I'm a Celeb Extra Camp. Welcome to you all. What was the single most disgusting thing you ever had to eat?
A kangaroo bits.
Cockroach smoothie.
Camel penis for me, also, yeah.
It may be a little early for such a consumptive material. You see, this has always been my thing about this. I mean, this is the reason I could never do it. Apart from Ant and Date would torture me. It's just having to do this disgusting stuff. How do you... I mean, you're all very good at it, that's why you won, but how do you get through this stuff?
I mean, it's a lot harder doing it when you're not in the show. So when like, we all go back this year, suddenly they put this drink in front of you, you think, oh, I can't do it, you've got no incentive, but something about Australia makes you do this sort of stuff. I mean,
sorry,
in England,
what? We've got to do it?
Yeah, in England, I can't even drink Calpol, but out there, I'll drink anything.
To be fair, you're only supposed to take that in moderation, I think, just in case any kids are watching. The lineup this year, OK, we've had lots of rumours. Vorders is one of them for a start. Carol Vorder would be amazing to see her. She's a mate of the show and a friend of ours. Who else have we got there? Lisa Snowdon, Eamon Holmes as well. Let's face it, he needs the work at the moment. Craig Charles. I can say that. I worked with him for years and I saw him off. Louis Smith, Nigel Farage in the mix as well. I mean, just a few of the names. And that's half the joy of this show when it comes back, isn't it? The speculation about who's going to be there.
We wish we knew. Because of Joe, no one's allowed to know anymore, because he 1 year.
I told my nan 1 year, and then... she lives in a little place in Norfolk called Thetford. Yeah. And it all got back down to London, the agent phoned up, so now we don't find out until the day before the press find out. So
it's ruined it for everyone.
Yeah,
when you become king or queen of the jungle, obviously you have this amazingly euphoric period when you get out of there, and everyone's going crazy, you're all over the papers or whatever. You've all done very well continuing with your careers, but there must be a moment, I guess, when it all slightly dies off a bit. How impactful has it been on your lives, just quickly?
I mean, the jungle's amazing. I come from EastEnders, and I didn't think I'd get any acting work, and the jungle just sort of opened up a whole new world of presenting and doing other sort of bits and pieces.
So good for you.
It's been amazing for me.
Stacey?
It was an experience of my life. I absolutely loved doing it. I loved meeting all the people, and when I came out, I just feel like I've had the time of my life ever since. I've been so lucky.
And you found love.
Yeah, it's done so much for me, the jungle.
You too. Are you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Didn't you?
No.
You're not on the game, Piers.
Were you in there together?
No, 2 years apart.
But you found love as a result of both.
In Australia, yeah, last year.
Well, this explains why you popped into wardrobe trying to borrow a bra this morning. Anything you want to share, Joe?
No, nothing to share.
Chris, you haven't been there.
No, I'm terrified. I've only just found out we've got to do the stuff and eat the willies and stuff. I'm devastated.
What are you most worried about eating?
I'm not that bothered, because at the end of the day, we'll get to do it and then go... I'm assuming we can just go into a nice, normal toilet and be violently sick. Like, I don't have to sleep in a camp next to a pile of sick that I've just had.
That's the scariest bit.
Yeah.
That's scarier than the
I'll be all right. At least I get to go back to a hotel room.
It does.
Absolutely. I've said it before to all of you. You're amazing for going in there. Hats off to anyone who goes in there. I would never be able to.
But we say this every year. I've never interviewed anyone who's really, really regretted it. But the conditions can be pretty rank in there, can't they?
I mean, you're speaking to the wrong person if you're wanting to hear anything remotely negative about the jungle. Like, for me, it was the best experience of my life, and I think I've romanticised it. I loved every single bit about it. I think the most difficult part is missing your friends or missing your family.
Yeah, and also, when you've had that experience and going back and you watch other people going in and getting that experience, you're almost jealous that you know exactly what they're going through. So for us, this is the next best thing to get out there and be part of it.
You know who'd be great in the jungle?
Go on.
Arnold.
I know.
I said that to you earlier, didn't I?
Yeah, but the thing is, I
It
put
would
it
be
in.
right up your alley, wouldn't it?
Well, do you know, the first 2 years, we did have a little conversation about it, actually.
You
but
should
I was unavailable for comment.
And you couldn't go?
I couldn't go, yes. Yeah, the first 2 years.
It
A
would be
long
brilliant.
time ago.
It'd be amazing.
Do you know, I would love to, haven't been in there, but you walk in there with it and you're sort of ambushed by this overwhelming feeling of like, well, this is quite peaceful, actually, and it's quite a small camp, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what people don't appreciate. You can't wander off untethered.
No.
But I think after 3 weeks,
I'd be
you'd be
worried
struggling.
about saying things? You're seduced into that intimacy and thinking it's private, and then saying things that actually you don't want broadcast to the
Yeah,
nation.
that kind of stuff you tell me. It's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that was the thing, Vicky, because, you know, one of the reasons I think that you won last year, or that all of you have been winners,
Apart
is
from
because...
Chris.
Exactly. Is that, you know, you say it how it is. There's no, you know, sort of smoothing over the edges.
The best way to be, babe. And I think your physical imperfections are quite often what makes you unique and beautiful. So I would never suggest everyone look the same, but I would always advocate people treat each other how they want to be treated and be essentially very nice within.
And you did drama at university,